How's everyone doing? Chat, I was talking to Smokey right now about a business that I want to open up, right? I don't really do the business opening thing, right? I don't really invest as much as I should and stuff like that. Definitely haven't opened my own business, but here's what I was thinking, okay? I want to look into opening one of those do-it-yourself car washes, but have it like, you know, new age, you know, new tech in it, right? That type of shit. No more quarter machines. You know, like you drive into a parking lot and it's just like, it's not a car wash, it's a do-it-yourself car wash. It's just a bunch of like little like almost like a one-car garage type of size like space, and you got like 4 or 5 of those. You know what I'm saying? Bays. Yeah, call them bays, I guess. And I was like thinking, I wonder how much it would cost to invest into something like that, or get something created in a spot that was a decent location in like a nice neighborhood. I was like, I wonder if people would want to use stuff like that nowadays. You know what I mean? So I thought it'd be kind of a cool business, because you don't have to, you don't got to pay employees. You don't got, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like maybe a year in the future or something like that. Maybe I set a little money off to the side. Do you think that would require a shitload of maintenance? Because I was thinking that I wanted something that would, you know, kind of do it itself, do its own thing. Obviously, it would require maintenance. I just don't know if it would be insane. More than you think, really. Some people won't give a shit and break your shit. Yeah, maybe. Chemical, constantly checking the brushes. Really? Oh, man. Not worth it, you guys don't think? Okay. The maintenance will drain you, really.
$30K to fix the dumbest thing.
Okay, so it's the opposite. You guys think the maintenance would be more than I would think, then? Huh. Storage units. Self-storage. That's what you guys think is a good investment? They need employees. True. But less than you would normally need, to be fair, right? Yeah, I was just curious. I just threw out a random idea because I was thinking about wanting to wash my car, and I wanted to go to one of those places, not to a place that, yeah, so. I was just throwing up an idea. I appreciate you guys tossing me back the ideas, dudes. Let me know I'm a doofus. Self-service wash next to nice apartments and hire a manager. Yeah, guy, just to make sure it's all good. You could totally make it work. I think I'd be able to make something like that work. I think you're right, but I think you're right that it would require at least somebody, a couple people there working it. Just tossing an idea, random shit, random idea. What can I say? My brain thinks about stuff sometimes outside of streaming. Just briefly though, and then we're right back to DayZ. Now, has anybody ever done the bar with the New Age land? You know what I mean? I don't know if that was... That'd be kind of sick in my opinion, but that'd just be like going back to the Counter-Strike days, going to a boot camp with like 4 teams or 5 teams all playing against each other, and then like we would have nights where the owner would close the shop at normal time, and then he would let all of us regulars stay, and we'd all just be drinking, fucking playing Counter-Strike. It was dope, man. Wouldn't happen often, but it's cool when it did. Hard to play Counter-Strike drunk, I found out in those days. Nah, I'm not talking about Howie's. This was a LAN center called Click and Connect. We were sponsored by him for a little while. You know, I was a kid, shit, but you know, I was a kid for me, but of age, motherfuckers, to be doing that shit. I was like, at that point in my life, I was like 20, I think, 19. Yeah, dude, that was some of the most fun of my life. Because the Counter-Strike community, Click and Connect, would do a boot camp every Friday night. And what boot camps were teams would just show up, and if you wanted to practice with your team, well, you would show up and you would just play other teams there that also showed up, right? You'd be swapping back and forth. You'd be playing different boot camping around, you know what I mean? And yeah, every Friday night, I'd get off work, I'd fucking go home, grab my shit, and I'd dip to Click and Connect, and we'd play Counter-Strike all night with fucking 30 of us or something like that, all just chilling. Great time, man. Great time. Everybody knows everybody. And then at the end of the night, a bunch of us would go back to my buddy's apartment, and we'd all just get drunk. And I did that every Friday for like a good while. Oh, it was great. Around good people. Like I said, everybody knew everybody. It was very comfortable. Yeah, I liked it.
Still beat that ass when you were on West Coast Rockers, homie.
Netfrax still beat that ass when you're on West Coast Rockers. Yeah, Netfrax had good lineups. You guys had good players there. Netfrax had Toy Machine. And that guy was insane. Yeah, I was on West Coast Rockers. We had an interesting lineup though. But we did okay. It was alright. It was just cool to play with some of the... play under the name. And to play for Ellie at the time, which was the leader of that team. Because he had played with a bunch of other... he had played with the shitloads of good players on that lineup. Yeah, Deadpool. I still talk to him every once in a blue moon. He'll shoot me a DM. So yeah, Deadpool's always... Dude, that dude was... In a world of Counter-Strike where the old heads didn't always accept the new guys, Deadpool was always the dopest motherfucker to me. And being the old head and me being the new guy, man, he was like, he was my father figure in the scene, you know what I mean? He was super chill, dude. Sorry, guys. I don't know why I've been talking about my fucking older years randomly lately, because we made esports normal. Yeah, you know, paved the way for Counter-Strike at the very least. During the time that I was around too. I know there was a generation ahead of me actually, but yeah. Dope times. It was all close enough to each other though that I was still playing against most of them. Would you say playing games now feels the same as they did back then when you're playing them? What's up, Twig? It's different now because I stream. Nah, nothing will ever feel like that. To be honest, nothing will ever quite feel the same. Best years of my life were my Counter-Strike years. Learning that game, socializing in that game, you know, going from team to team, going to LANs, all that. Yeah, definitely best time of my life, easily. And I've had streaming, you know, and streaming is by far the second best time of my life. So, yeah, when it comes to, you know, yeah, this whole portion of life has been a pretty cool second. You know, Caroline's a part of that, Rain, motherfucker. I'm talking about this segment of life. I don't mean specifically streaming, you know what I mean? I mean everything that comes with it. Motherfucker. Me and Caroline would have never met if we weren't streamers, to be fair. And that all starts from the early ages too. It's like that all starts from Counter-Strike. Like I don't get into Counter-Strike. I don't take the same path to streaming. Like no matter what, you know what I mean? Like that's how I see life, you know? Like that path does not open itself up to me if I don't get into Counter-Strike and take it as far as I did. And it's like all those years that I put into that game, you know, everybody could have been looking at me like I was wasting all those years, right? And dude, I'm under the firm belief that your online friends are some of the best friends you'll ever have your whole life. And I'm a firm believer in that. You can literally never meet a person, and that person can be as good or better of a friend than anybody that you'll have in real life. You know what I'm saying? Except Naughty. Why would you say? Oh my god.